What is going on, everybody? So, as you saw in the thumbnail, it's just going to be one of those streams where you guys talk to me about whatever it is you want to talk about. We get chatting. I might bring up subjects. Who knows? Here's the thing, and that goes doubly for you as well, replay crew. If you've got something, a suggestion that you want to throw in the comments for maybe next Thursday's vid, game on, because maybe I'll use it. Here's what's going on. Every time a weekend comes up when I'm not going to be at home, suddenly I have to jam pack what I generally put in about a 6 or 7 day week into more like a 5 day week. And so today I was working on the newsletter actually. And then I thought, oh man, I need to come up with a topic for tonight. And I probably sat there for about half an hour trying to figure out what to talk about. I had ideas floating in my head, like the Walmart Collector Con. Like, I don't even know. I typed up 2 or 3 things that I was thinking about, but the brain was just like, yeah, you got nothing, man. So that's what's going on. I'm going to be gone most of the weekend, and the brain didn't want to help me out when it comes to ideas for what tonight's live stream could be. But I knew I wouldn't be here Sunday, so I didn't want to miss out on the Thursday live stream because then I couldn't make up for it on Sunday, unless it was Sunday afternoon. But I'm digressing, and even I don't like it when I digress that much. So the things that I was thinking about, first off, I was thinking about Walmart Collector Con and trying to figure out, is that something that people are stoked about, or people pretty much over the whole cons thing when it comes to collector events? Like conventions, nobody's over conventions. People tend to like conventions, but a BS convention that's an online only thing, is that really something that people get excited about? So anyway, let's pop in, see what the people are saying. Mr. Savage, what is up, sir? Any luck scoring the reissue of MAFEX Tiger Stripe Wolverine? No luck whatsoever. And I'll be honest, I haven't even been looking recently. I just pretty much figured, yeah, that ship sailed, and I'll have to find him on the secondary one day. But yeah, if anybody's got a line on it, let me know. I do needs me a Wolverine with those whole Tiger Stripe things. How about you? Did you have any luck with it? See, Harry! What is up, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Great googly moogly. Look at all this, guys. This is rough. That's how prepared I was today. Mr. Spencer, my biggest thought is how to know when to stop or skip something in a line, like G.I. Joe Classified. Okay, so something that is helping me with Classified in particular is just deciding if they don't have extra hands, I'm not getting it. That kind of doesn't work so well with vehicles, but it does help with figures. And like I brought up for me in the past anyway, and I can't speak for anybody else, but it's easier for me to know, okay, an $80 or $90 figure is coming, so I got to make sure I'm all set for that, than it is to spot a $20, $25 figure in the store and just be like, oh, that's only 20 or 25 bucks. Next thing you know, you're picking up a bunch of those, and suddenly you're going, wait a second, where'd all that scratch go? So yeah, that's why I kind of had to do that. I'm like, there's so much good stuff, and when it comes to Classified, here's how I'm going to have to narrow it down. And I'm trying to think of other ways. There's all kinds of different ways that I focus, because that's been something that I've done that for the last couple of years. So for instance, like my MAFEX comic characters. One, right now I'm only getting MAFEX comic characters, but to take it even further, I'm not getting anything that's outside of the main universe of those comic characters, I suppose. So I'm not getting the Dark Knight Returns Batman figures. I won't be getting, what is it, the X-Men, Age of Apocalypse. I won't be getting those kinds of things. So you just really figure out what the focus is, I suppose. At least that's how I'm doing it. And if anybody else has ideas, jump on in. See, Mr. Savage, I scored 2 on eBay for under 110 shipped. Holy crap, man. Nicely done. Whoo. That's a good deal. Let's see. eBay now is your best bet. Yeah, I was looking on there a while back. I figured that that was going to end up having to be my best bet anyway. See, did you get my IG message, Dave? You know what? I haven't even been checking the IG. Like I get on and I post real quick. Here, I've got the phone now. Is it a good one, Harry? This is me being horrible. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, the phone's a viewfinder. Oh, that was a bit ago. Big Bad Toy Store has Tiger Stripe Wolverine now. Oh, they probably don't anymore, do they? Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna be totally unprofessional here and look online real quick. Nope. Then I put a space after the word big. That did not help me. Big Bad. All right, guys, here it is. This is live, but I'm using my phone. It's totally cheating. And we'll see if I can find him. And he is sold out. Crap. Well, thanks for the heads up, Harry. Next time, maybe I need to be checking my phone. Oi. This is me being highly on top of things, obviously. Mezco Green Goblin is $89 on Amazon, FYI. Ooh, does anybody need them a Mezco Green Goblin? Because if so, that's a pretty good deal. Was he around 95 or $100? Let's see. Oh, crap, Harry, that's an awesome deal. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's some quality. So what are you guys thinking when it comes to the whole collector cons and haulathons and all that stuff when it comes to Walmart and Target running their things? Does anybody really get stoked about those, or is that more, oh, great, here's another headache we have to go through? Because I'll be honest, one of the things I was pretty excited about Turtles of Grayskull, right? And so I was looking at getting into that, but then I kept discovering, well, this one's going to be exclusive, this one's going to be exclusive. And I know exclusives aren't necessarily the same thing as the cons, but that, along with seeing the Mouse Jaw in store, kind of just stopped me from giving that much of a crap about the line at all. So yeah, I have two versions of an Origins He-Man and two versions of an Origins Skeletor. And I think I'm good. I think exclusives in these conventions, I don't need them. Let's see, I like the idea of them, but they're always while I'm at work. And that's the thing, too. Like, most people are working their 9-to-5s, and things drop just in the middle of the day because nobody has meetings. I guess they just assume that even though they want to take all the money from collectors, which, fair play, all businesses want all our money, I get that. But even though they want all your money, they just don't want to put it up when you can spend your money. It seems a little off, but I'm not sure. It kind of, for me, I'm glad that I collect a lot of imports and a lot of stuff that doesn't tend to be exclusive, because it just annoys me. And I know some of the exclusive stuff, words are hard clearly for me, get put up on these things for these online convention things, and it's maddening. I had to order the new G.I. Joe cycle while in the bathroom. So you got Shockwave coming, though. I'll be curious what people have to say about him. He looks good. I'm not usually a recolor kind of person. I know that Shockwave will be the first version of that one, I think. Wait, no, Shockwave's already been released, hasn't he? Wow. I'm totally with it, guys. Don't worry. My brain, it's completely firing on that one cylinder it's got. Oh, words get tricky again. Yep, second Shockwave. Okay. How did I forget that a Shockwave's already been released? I thought Shockwave was pretty cool. Like the original, a real American hero version, all that good stuff. Yay. All right, so let's see. Talking conventions, that's not getting a whole lot of play. People seem to enjoy those as much as I do, or they'd want to talk about them. Or Or here's the thing, people that do get annoyed by things are all over the internet talking about it, and people that are good with things tend to be good with them and not say anything. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe you guys are the majority and you're like, no, Dave, they're not a big deal. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know. Andrew Sabina, evening. Thank you for stopping by. We're just chatting whatever we can think of that might be a whole lot of fun. Jericho, that Night Force Shockwave is on a newer pinless buck. Oh, I did not know that. I need to check this stuff a little more. I listen to a lot of this stuff so while I'm working, I'm basically sitting on my couch playing on a laptop, right? And so I'll turn on these videos and maybe kind of catch something that's going in my ear and be like, oh, that's interesting, and then get back to work. But it's mostly just listening and not doing much with the information. Yeah, the vocal minority is sometimes a thing. Yep. Oh yeah, for sure, especially online. That's why you never trust like the social media sphere for your business decisions. Harry, I had the G.I. Joe Shockwave bike in the cart, but didn't pull the trigger. I did get Nagahide for 25 bucks. Best deal ever. Nice. Because I did see something where Walmart put him up for 25 bucks, right? Do you think it's going to stick? I don't see Walmart letting that slide, but if they do, game on. See, Nagahide is a must buy for the pets. I know that's one of those things that's tricky for me because he doesn't have hands, but he does have a monkey with an eye patch. So I'm sitting here going, man, what do I do now? Although there was never a rule in play that said just because it's a monkey action figure, I had to buy the monkey action figure, which is good considering there's a whole lot of monkey action figures out right now. What else is going on? So it sounds like at least the NECA stuff, and I don't know about the rest of it, but it sounds like the NECA stuff is just when it comes to the Walmart Collector Con, it's first to retail. So is anybody really hyped about hurrying up and getting the NECA stuff? Because I know for me, I'd like to get a hold of that Casey Jones, and I'm even curious about that Ghostface, but I'm not sure I necessarily want to pull the trigger, just because I'm sure I'll see them somewhere else down the line. But I am digging the last Ronin figures, man. Man, Hiya Toys is taking forever to release their 1/12 Rambo and RoboCop. I forgot they were doing... Wait, did I know about... I knew they were doing Rambo. I don't know that I knew they were doing RoboCop. Watch, I probably talked about it at some point. When did Rambo go up? That was a long time ago. You're not kidding. I'm going to wait until they come out later. I don't want to support exclusives if I can help it. I like it, sir. I like it. That's thinking. That's where Hasbro Pulse hoses so many of us, is because their stuff, a lot of all their exclusives are just going to stay there unless they make it to Ollie's. And I don't see that happening as much in the future, because it seems they're not going to be making as much stuff, what with Target not wanting Marvel Legends as much as they did, and all that good stuff. But that's something else I always think about when it comes to this stuff, is there's always the argument when it comes to, say, a HasLab or a vehicle and that kind of thing online, where people say things like, oh, they just want to keep all the money for themselves and all that when it comes to Hasbro. And maybe there's merit to that. Absolutely. I'm not going to totally say it's not realistic, but they want, like any business wants, as many eyes on their stuff as they can possibly get on them. So I have to think that for the most part, now HasLab being an exception, obviously, since they found their little niche there, but I have to think for the most part, every company out there wants all their toys on the shelves. So if they're not on the shelves, I don't think it's that the company is trying to be a jerk necessarily. I think that they couldn't get Target and Walmart to pay to make a bunch of them. So, yeah, I don't know. And that's why you're seeing prices creep up and all that good stuff. And I could be wrong, but truly with this whole thing, it seems to me you want as many eyeballs on all this stuff as possible. But that's just me. See, other than MAFEX, Daredevil, and Cap, I'm most anticipating the next classified HasLab. That's the Rattler, or are you talking the Dragonfly showing up? I know the Rattler was the big rumor. I don't think it's been confirmed from Hasbro, but I think somebody in the chat was saying It's Chad did confirm that the Rattler would be the next HasLab. So that'd be sweet. And I'd be very tempted to pick it up just because the hiss was so good, is so good. I was thinking the other day, guys, okay, does anybody in the chat have a hiss? And if you do, when's the last time you busted it out to take pictures? Because, man, I have not taken a picture of that thing since I got it. And it's awesome, and it needs pictures taken of it. I haven't shot Galactus yet, I don't think this year, and he's awesome and needs pictures. Man, there's a lot I need to get done here. Jericho Rattler, hopefully. Yep. That would be nice. My big want, my Hasbro HasLab for classified dream project is the Havoc, the heavy articulated vehicle ordnance carrier. That is, if they said this is the next one, I'd be like, I will now work the street corner so I can get 5. Let's be honest. If I work the street corner, I maybe get 2 at best, and one of those would be a gift. Yeah. The other lady, she'd be blind. Let's see. Rattler would be a tough sell. Yeah, I think it would be to Target. I mean, Target doesn't want to put a lot of the higher end stuff on their shelves, so who knows? I do last week. Woo. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. What about photos that we've all taken recently that we're super stoked about? Has anybody learned any new photo tricks? Because like I've said in the past, I'm good at the technical aspect, and I've got some stuff so I can put it all together and put some images together, and I can play in Photoshop and do all those things. But one of the places that I mess up with is the stuff that you can find on Sir Dork's YouTube channel, where he's constantly doing the practical effects and all that. I just don't take my stuff outside enough to make that happen because I don't want to put my MAFEX and my NECAs in the sun. Not that there's much sun. This is Michigan, and I think we only get sun about a third of the year. It's really healthy for people to get all that vitamin D, I think. But now I'm just making things up as I go along. Something else. So since I said I was working on the newsletter, so I've got 14 figures on there that I thought these figures are going to be really sweet for pre-orders and things along those lines when it comes to pre-ordering, if you haven't done the Kickstarter thing. And 9 of the pre-orders I found of 14 are Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. And that's not including all the weapon sets. So 9 out of 14, it's going to be an AWOC heavy newsletter weekend. When I get that done, it'll post. Generally, I have it post on Sundays at 5. It's mostly done now, but I'm still leaving a little bit of room, obviously, because maybe something will get announced tomorrow that needs to get put on it. So we'll see about that. We'll see what else needs to be done. I've still got to do a little bit, but it's not too bad. Yes, this is me just sitting here whining because I have all this stuff I got to try and get done. Go me. But yeah, let's see here. What do I have on the desk that's kind of crazy? All right, folks. Has everybody been going nuts for Street Fighter? And if you have, how about the Mega Man figures? Because I truly feel like Jada is, like, I need it if it's Jada. And the Mega Man figures look good to me too. I just want to know the people are getting into the good stuff. This stuff makes me happy, and it's not crazy pricey. I mean, this one was, but the regular figure, the regular version of him was 25 bucks. That's not too bad. Anyway, all right, let's chat. Let's see what's up with the people. Hello, Rick Ship, freaking lasers. What's going on, man? Grazie for stopping by. Mr. Manson, even my vamp arrives tomorrow. See, the vamp was the one thing that, I mean, I've talked about before on the live stream where I'm just like, this thing is quintessentially G.I. Joe. This is a necessity, but I'm going to hold off. We'll see. We'll see what I can find. And you know, the silly part is the thing that has me most holding off is I get Clutch, and then I'd have to be like, oh, now I have to sell Clutch. I'd keep the vamp, but I'd have to sell Clutch. That's right. That's what my focus does. That's what my rules do to me. I might be doing a vamp review tomorrow when it shows up. Nice, Wreck Ship. This is something we need to see. And we probably need to see who would be worse at driving it. Let's see, because Clutch is actually really sweet at driving it. I think just like we've talked in the past, I think you need Shipwreck trying to drive all your stuff. Just see what happens. See if we get a big-time disaster with the vamp. Mr. Spencer, I love the Street Fighter and Mega Man figures. Dang, I like it. I like it. I think I told you guys that I tend to watch, like, if I'm curious about a figure, if Anthony's Customs has a review on it, I'll check his stuff out because I think his and my tastes run pretty much the same. And he was saying Mega Man's a really good figure. And for 20 bucks, oh, necessity. Mr. Matson, the Mega Man figures are amazing. So are the Street Fighter. I wish it was Tekken, but these figs are great. Who is it that's making Tekken? And are they still working on that line? Because I saw that was happening, but they weren't quite up to par, at least at the beginning when it came to them versus Street Fighter, I don't think. But I don't remember for sure. I purchased 2 of Chester Cheetah, one for my work sister as a gift, and then one for me. Ah, yes, you were talking about that the other day. And he is dangerously cheesy. And I think he's only made 1 or 2 photos this year. Man, it's a heck of a thing when you do basically 4 new photos a week and you've got enough figures where you're going, man, I got to start doubling up on all this stuff. But yeah, Chester's rad. I love that thing. I'm still looking at him thinking, Jada, you got to do some Looney Tunes, man. This is what we need. I need Jada to make me a Bugs Bunny. If nothing else. Brick something. Hey, sir. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. I got to go find more of your stuff. Mr. Savage, Clutch is one of the original OGs. He's a keeper. I know he's one of the originals, but a real OG has hands beyond the 2 that it comes with. I'm just making stuff up at this point because we all know that the first, the actual original Joes, they didn't have extra hands. They would have needed whole extra arms. That would have been messed up. Let's see. People welcoming Brick something. I like it. It's a good crowd tonight. Oh, I have many photo ideas planned for the vamp. Some serious, some absolutely silly. Some of the silly stuff is where I have all kinds of fun. I don't do enough of it. Like today, I shot a picture of Steel that'll go up on Friday. It's not at all a silly picture, but it was fun to shoot. But yeah, I need more silliness. I need more silliness in my life when it comes to these photos. Just more silliness overall. That's one of the reasons I won't be in town. Let's see. Did Storm Collectibles do Tekken? I don't know if they did like the larger one. What I was thinking of, and I've seen Anthony's Customs talk about them recently, they were another company that was doing Tekken that they looked like they were trying to be comparable to Jada's Street Fighter toys. And I think they were fairly comparable in price, but I don't remember the company. So Yeah, and maybe it's a pipe dream. Maybe I'm totally off and I have no idea what's happening. But I swear they've had, or at least on Anthony's Customs channel, I've seen two of whatever it is I'm talking about. Yeah, but I didn't know Tekken well enough to be able to sit here and say, oh, yeah, guys, it was this character. Storm Collectibles is, let's see, Marine both. And I believe Bandai America is also making some Tekken figures. There it is. It might be Bandai America that's doing it. Let's see, because I didn't fix that one. What do we got? What do we got? Making both. Got it. Thank you, Mr. Madsen. I had to stop taking pictures of Alf. That was the majority of my pics for a bit. Dude, if you're loving taking pictures of Alf, why would you stop, man? Or was it just your feed was all Alf and you're just going, no, I can't do this anymore? I mean, or was it that Chester showed up and now you're going, oh, here's some pictures I can shoot? See, and I think Dave wouldn't find it so hard to sell a clutch figure for those that want the OG 13, but not wanting to shell out 100 for a vamp. It's not even that it's hard to find the buyer. Like finding a buyer is not hard. It's sitting here, taking the picture, putting them up on eBay or getting a hold of people and saying, here's what I've got, guys, you know, that sort of thing. It just ends up being a pain. It's just, I'm too lazy to want to sell stuff. It's one of the reasons I don't like the 2-packs. Whew, what's going on, Skew Raider? Good to see you, sir. Starting to load up on the crew. Whew. There's so much talking, I might need a sip of water. Just because, you know, I'm making things up again. Rex Ship, when you review the Vamp, where will that be? Here on YouTube? You know what? I should ask that. Thank you, Brick. I appreciate it. Will it be reels? What do we need to know? Ah, looks like it's coming. Ripping and tearing. I don't know that one. Let's see. I had you last time. Let's see, those Bandai Tekken figures don't look anywhere as good as the Jada Street Fighter stuff and cost more. Okay, that's what I thought they were comparable, and I knew that they didn't look as good when I was watching Anthony's Customs reviews. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it will be my first and only review for my channel here on YouTube. I got inspired to do one by some drama that happened today across social media platforms involving Joe YouTube reviewers. What? I think one of my favorite things ever is like YouTube drama between creators. That's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'll see some of that stuff and I'll just be going, do any of you even know each other? Because I don't know any of the guys that, you know, like Brick will come in here and he'll chat and I'm like, oh, hey, cool. I've seen him on the YouTubes, but I've never met any of these guys in person. So, but that's going to be, I'm not even going to know what it's all about. And I'm going to watch that, especially since it's your first one. Skew Raider, hey Brick, what's the likelihood of elephants in AWOC? I hope second Kickstarter improves the chances. Photo Dave likes Cannibal and Kanji. Also monkey shy. He doesn't want to get too many. This is true. This is true. I am incredibly monkey shy. You never know. And then the kanji, that's a literal rabbit hole. Never mind. Don't take that where it could have gone. But yeah, that could get bad. This is I'm AWOC shy. I'm just nervous because nobody says bad things about that line. I know I'm gonna pick one up and it's gonna be over. What's up? What's up, Skew? We're going to get to the point here where I'm going to have to skip chats and then I'm going to feel bad. Let's see, bring that vamp on. It's going to be, Rex Ship, I bet that's going to be a lot of fun for you. I bet you're going to have a blast recording that. Jericho, Bees Battleground has a review up for his vamp. Ooh. looks good. It looks good. I mean, I haven't seen the review, but let's see. I am late to the party. I placed an order at. What's up, Jeremiah? Thank you, man. Thanks for stopping. Let's see. Where did you place that order at? Let's see. They're close, but not close enough. I will say things. I will add voices. Rick, let's see. The elephant is in development and is poised to be a possible unlock in the current Kickstarter if we blow past the current 260K highest tier. There's going to be an elephant too? Oh boy, you guys are killing me. Clearly, I'm going to need to work on these contract gigs. I did send a recruiter a LinkedIn thing today. She had sent me a connection request. I'm like, hey, do any recruiters out there do contract gigs? Just to see what happens. She hasn't gotten back to me. We'll see. Let's see. I placed an order at Entertainment Earth and BBTS today. Ooh. Now you're just getting fancy. Nothing wrong with that, though. Let's see. Thanks. We'll check out bees. Check bees out. Mr. Madsen. Yep, Bees Battlegrounds and Punk with Toys have reviews up. All right. I think a Punk with Toys. He might be a fellow Michigander. I might need to just watch the video just for that. Who knows? Majorly awesome news, Brick. No, it's not awesome, because what if now I have to buy an elephant? Those things weigh a lot, and I don't know if you've ever worked at a zoo. Never mind. All right. I missed the drama, but heard B mention it. This is how much I just don't pay attention to that stuff. But I bet it's quality. Mr. Martin, some Super 7 Ultimates were on sale for nice discounts. Also got Filmation Tila and Trap Jaw. Ordered Jada Booberry too. Man, I need to get Booberry. I was considering getting in on the Filmation line. I've got the He-Man and Skeletor, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good with those. But I do need Booberry for sure. And the Super 7 discounts, those things have been on discount quite a bit lately. Let's see, Jason broke that news yesterday on Kato's channel. We are working on updating the Kickstarter page to reflect all the possibilities, trying to reveal one or two each week. The updated raving art soon. So what you're saying is I got to keep looking at that Kickstarter. I'm in. We've checked that out a couple times on here lately. Rekship, yeah, a dude basically asked other reviewers to not spam YouTube with their Vamp reviews because he didn't order it yet, I guess. It evolved very quickly. I'm sorry. I swear, I'm totally not laughing at anybody. That's horrible. I got you. I knew with that one when you said Tila and Trapjaw. I did keep up that much. I have kept up that much. Mr. Savage. On a side note, Skybound is expanding its Joe comics with Scarlet and Destro getting their own comics. Man, you know, did I tell you guys? So I went into my LCS and I was going to start picking some of these up. And I thought I should start with Void Wars 1. And I went in and looked and I couldn't find it. So I went down. So like where I go, they have a downstairs area with all their back issues. So I thought, okay, it's got to be down there. I headed down there. They don't have any of their Skybound stuff and back issues. Like, I don't know if it's really just selling through that fast and if second and third and fourth printings are just going quick. But I guess a lot of people are really stoked. I mean, we've talked about it on here. It sounds like a lot of it is really good. See how many more times I can say really. But yeah, I need to get off my you-know-what and check out some of this Void Wars and G.I. Joe and Transformers, you know, the Senejon universe. Needs to happen. Filmation is awesome. See, I was the kid that didn't get into sword and sorcery so much, but I still had a bunch of He-Man figures. And I think that's why I never felt like getting a bunch of them as an adult collector either. But who knows? Let's see. You should just get off the page then. Gosh, kids these days with their silliness. See, needless to say, the hashtag vamp spam is trending around the show YouTube community. Oh no, 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 no. Usually I hear about this stuff and then I try to avoid it, but sometimes I enjoy a good train wreck like everybody else. This is honestly the first I've heard about that. Anything AWOC doesn't unlock during this Kickstarter will just be made sometime in a future wave. Either way, we're winning. This is true. This is true. And I did see, it looks like they pretty much blown by the goals. BBTS has them on pre-order. They're going to do very well. It's always exciting when independent companies come in and start smoking people because they're really good stuff. Like the figures from the independents are really good. Like we did the domestic versus imports a while back, and I think for me it basically ended up being a tie simply based on what the domestic lines are doing, because they're giving us almost as much stuff, not quite, but really close to almost as much stuff as what MAFEX gives us at half the price. So yeah, man, I love me some indie lines. So clearly I need to start showing that love a little more and spend some money. Jericho, but the writer for Scarlet has a history of writing books that get canceled fast. Huh. Well, we shall see. Maybe that's editorial. See, I've been on this earth for 39 years and still have never seen an anthropomorphic Gila monster dressed as a barbarian. Well, I think that this needs to happen. Is that one of the things AWOC is doing? Because that might be necessary. Pump 2. Oh dear. Let's see, Punk is in Detroit. Punk's not far from me. I am in the lovely burg of Ann Arbor, where everybody thinks we're snooty, but really there's a town really close to here, kind of a suburb, but not like, so Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti is kind of the next city over, but then there's one a little more southeast of Ann Arbor called Saline. That's where the real snobs are. We're just high class, in case you can't tell. Not at all true. Let's see, that cartoon Tila is a great figure. I think that the face that they've done for her is really good. Oh dear. Wreck ship. Anyways, in regards to AWOC, I'm very frustrated that the Kickstarter ends in April when more Joe stuff is going to drop, and I'll probably have to skip them for now. That's the worst part about being spoiled for choice for all of us, is you just have to, it's the reason why I really have started trying to focus the collection in the last couple of years, is there's so much good stuff that, how do you do it? You almost have to make up things. And yet even still, a figure like Chester Cheetah gets by because he's just so awesome. But then you see that and you're going, well, maybe that means I should get all the Jada now. And then well, it hates you. But yeah, focus is hard to do when there's so much good stuff coming out now. Can't wait for Mondo Tila to drop. Don't you be talking Mondo when we're sitting here talking like, I don't know how difficult it is to focus our collections, because all that Mondo stuff just looks perfect. Like they kill it every time. And they're 1/6. And I am legit tempted from time to time when it comes to Mondo stuff. especially the He-Man stuff, which is weird. I'm not really tempted by the X-Men stuff or any of that because it has that animated look that I never cared about, but I love the way that they update their Masters of the Universe stuff. So yeah, whenever they show her, I'll see pictures and go, man, they do good work. I really want all the Cold Blood figures, but classified comes first. That happens, man. That's okay. That's the way to go. At least you've got to focus. Skybound Transformers and Joe. Let's see, 1 and 2nd issues have had 3 printings, I believe. Wow. Okay. Maybe I need to start looking around. I also turned into a bit of a comic snob when I did find a couple, but they'd say like 2nd or 3rd printing. And I'd be going, whoa, I can't have that. I need the 1st printing. Maybe I just need to not do that. Shades of Hector Ramirez from Sunbow. Hold on, guys, not yet. With G.I. Joe, better luck of, let's see, cupping the Great Lakes in your hand. Joe is surging. We'll just enjoy it. Oh, those Great Lakes. If only my hands were that big and I were really, really, really thirsty. G.I. Joe. I think I got you. I think I got that one all taken care of. I think I got that one corrected on the way. Wreck ship. Well, that's after April 15th. So tax refund? No matter what, though, you can always get them when they hit retail. Yeah, that's one nice thing about AWOC is they're doing well enough where people seem to want to stock them, and that's pretty awesome. Just going to have to wait until later this year when it hits retail. It will cost a little more, but it will be okay. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Here's the thing, guys. Just you could totally have something else going, and within another couple months, suddenly you're making a couple extra dollars in a month, and then you don't have to worry about Focus so much, except then there's the space deal, and you know what? Don't listen to any of my advice when it comes to that. Skew Raider, Destro and Scarlet coming. Awesome. Saw from Toy Kind of Mood Peeps. Skybound Comics, 100%. 100. Robert Kirkman seems to know at least the direction this stuff should go. I'm not sure how much he's actually written. Honestly, you're good, Wreck Ship, unless you're going crazy with an all-in or epic all-in. The savings aren't too wild. Wait a second. Why do you gotta throw the words epic all around like that? Because now I'm like, wait, what do I need to do to be epic all in? We've looked at the Kickstarter, but it's just been looking at the pictures. Let's see. Rick, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It just sums up. Jericho, I found yesterday at my local comic shop the Masterverse Motu Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. Such a good figure. Which one? Let's see. Revelation was the first. Revolution was the second. I'm not sure I've seen the Revolution Battle Armor He-Man. Might have to look around. Might play on the Google for some of this stream. 2nd and 3rd printings are sometimes worth more because they're more rare. Well, that's the thing. I don't even collect for value. I just somehow in my head, it's not a 1st printing? Well, that's no good. Yes. Need to make adjustments to the way my head works, I think. See, also there should be a Void Rivals trade should come out soon. Issue 7 just came out last week. That's one thing that maybe could save me here is if I can't find, because I looked for that. I couldn't find Void Rivals in the back issues. I looked for Cobra Commander and Duke. Couldn't find those in the back issues, but those might still be new enough where they wouldn't be there anyway. I didn't see any Transformers books in the back issues. So my gut is they're just selling really well and they're hard to keep in stock even in back issue land. But I don't know. So maybe what I should do is just hold off for the trades. Wreck Ship, to your earlier question, when I hopped in the chat, let's see, have I learned any new photo techniques? I've been getting comments more frequently on my Insta posts, so I guess I've improved something. That's awesome, man. That's great. I've seen a lot of your stuff lately, and it does look like it's improved. I was curious. You've been doing like smoke effects sort of in front of the figures that you've been doing. Was that something that you found on the Patreon, or is that something you found on your own? Or is it something you're making on your own, which would be even cooler? I'm just curious. I think that it's looking really good. It kind of gives a foreground, and then your figures are kind of in the midground, and then you have the background going on. So it's kind of it has a nice complete look to it. See, thanks, man. Awesome heads up. Skybound killing it. I might have seen, I got to see if I might have to walk back into my LCS. I might have seen the Void Rivals trade now that you say that. Oh, there's an actual package called Epic All In that gets you all the AWOC items originally offered, plus any and all unlocks or the equivalent. So it's $650 for $990 in Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Wow. But really, I mean, my whole thing is it's epic. So I kind of feel like it needs to be picked up. Oh, hashtag. This is the only hashtag I'll ever actually be known for. It's hashtag die wallet die. I think that's about it. Because I think that's accurate for all of us. We're like, here, extra money. Yes, we have toys now. Skew Raider, I'm getting trades, omnibus, something of these great comics. Yep. That's where I'm at. I want to get the comics actually, and I haven't wanted to get comics since Hickman's, what was it, House of X and Fall of 10. Or was it Fall of 10? I can't remember. No, Fall of 10 is now. House of X, whatever the ones Hickman started this whole new era of X-Men with. Those are the last time I really got into comics. AWOC is getting, let's see, AWOC is getting got as soon as possible. Slow roll by a line. Epic figures. See, now there's going to be epic. Epic is just going to keep popping into my head. It's going to get rough. The smoke effects are from the app I use called PixArt. Nice! Technically, the app calls them stickers, but they sort of function like your smoke effects without needing to mask a background first. Oh, that's perfect then, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I might need to play with PixArt some. I know that Adobe, you can get all the stuff for free if you sign up for a free account, so I'm kind of stuck there. But yeah, I need to play more. Just check the Void Rivals. Volume 1 is out now. Issues 1 through 6. Awesome. Now, is Void Rivals an ongoing, or was that just to kick off the... I mean, you said issue 7's coming out, so I guess it would be an ongoing. I never expected to really get into comic talk with this stuff, but I really want to check these out. My wallet hates me. Action figures is not even my main hobby. Oh wow, John. What do you get? What's your main thing? I'm trying not to get too crazy. I know photography, I could spend a lot more money, so I have to be kind of careful too. Let's see. Thanks, Void Rivals. Got it. Rick, you want it all? Yeah, you don't want me singing, but I know where you're going with that. Epic by Faith No More. Appropriate for toy collectors. I concur. I concur. See, my main thing is tabletop miniature games. You know what? I should have known that because those are the pictures that I see you post the most of is working on those guys. So my bad. My bad. I should have paid more attention. But that's pretty sweet. How much are those things? Because I've seen them. I think they look really cool. I just don't get into that just because it feels like another skill I'd have to learn to really enjoy it, like the painting and all that. Ah, I love these little kind of unplanned chats where we don't know what necessarily we're going to talk about because it takes all kinds of really fun turns. Like, truly, genuinely enjoy these. Wait a sec. Hang on. All right. Had some drogas to take. Let's see. They're actually more expensive than figs overall. Is it that each one is pricier, or do you get them in like a 2-pack or a 3-pack and that's pricier? Or, I mean, I'm sure the paint's at a lot of cost too. Brick, so I can look out for it. What's your streaming schedule, Toypixx? I appreciate that, Brick. Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm toying with the idea of Sundays, but I don't want to commit to that just because, like, this weekend I'm not going to be here for most of Sunday. So, yeah, right now it's Mondays and Thursdays. Now, how about you? What do you have? Because I do need to be checking out your channel more. I've seen you do some guest spots on things, and hey, it seems like you're there for the right reasons. Everybody's there just to have fun, you know? I used to paint minis a lot 30 years ago. See, that's something I never got into. I never was into the tabletop stuff though. Yeah, the stickers really come in handy on the app in terms of getting some artificial depth into the photos. I've also been working with an app called Wondery for AI generated backgrounds. Nice. I haven't heard of Wondery. And I'm the guy with I have a degree in painting and drawing, and I actually just put up a post on my own LinkedIn page basically telling people, hey, if you're an artist and you're more like a graphic designer that works for a company, you're going to need to learn AI before the boss shows up and says, hey, you got to go because we're not going to use you anymore. Because, you learn the AI, the boss comes in and says that, and you're like, oh no, look what I can do with the AI. But I know a lot of artists are totally against it. It's just kind of you don't stop technology. So it's kind of more of a pragmatic approach, I suppose. See, depends on the figs, but the marble ones I get mostly. 2-packs are about 35 to 40, but the larger ones are much more. Whew. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts to read. Rekship. Only problem with Wondery is trying to learn how to describe exactly what kind of background I'm really wanting it to make. Yeah, the one that I use a lot is Midjourney. And it'll take me a few passes, and I'm still not perfect with it. Let's see, it's called Wonder, not Wondery. Dumb autocorrect. Oh, Wonder. I wondered what it was. I should never speak. Me not speaking, that's not good for a live stream, I suppose. Rick, right on. I can watch a good bit of your streams after work. I'm West Coast, San Francisco. Fantastic, man. I grew up in, let's see, California and Nevada. I say I grew up there. I didn't move to Michigan till I was 9, but I was in it long enough to be a diehard Niners fan. This last Super Bowl was sadness. Let's see, I stream weekly on Sundays, 7:30 p.m. your time, but I'm toying to moving to 3:30 or even 3:15 crowded. Yeah, the one I just did for Sunday was Sunday morning. It's not crowded, but it also doesn't have hardly any views. So Sunday morning might be a little early. And it was Sunday morning here at 11, which means it was 8 o'clock your time. And unless people are really up and ready for their caffeine at that point. But I will definitely be checking it out. Lots of streams on Sunday now. Yep, and that's why I thought, okay, let's differentiate. Let's go to the morning and see, because somebody's got to be up. And it might also be that I haven't been doing real videos, so the channel hasn't been growing like mad. So, there's a lot of factors that could be at play. See, oops, sorry, new 4:30 p.m. Pacific guy, considering 3:30 p.m. Pacific. That's okay. I'm good with that. 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. here. That would work. And I think even this weekend I'll probably be back by then, but who knows? I'm writing with somebody else, and we all know how that goes. Yeah, I've been streaming on Sunday for more than 10 years. Holy crap, John. And what is are you, okay, are you on YouTube? Like, have I been a terrible person not following you? Because clearly I've got to get you on. I got to talk to Rexship, get him followed. Same. I haven't been doing real vids either, except nearly daily shorts. That's got to help though. Like shorts seem to help grow the channel. It's something that I've been listening to. I don't know if you like. I listen to a lot of marketing and business type stuff, and one of the people that I've been listening to, his name's Alex Hormozy, and he talks about, and Gary Vaynerchuk does too, and he's a big social media guy. He has like a digital marketing agency. They talk about going width and going depth. And with YouTube, width is shorts. So you're hitting a lot more people that way. And then depth is more of the long form. So the people that you hit with the wide stuff, if they're really interested, they'll start consuming a lot more of your other stuff and become followers. It's all craziness. It makes perfect sense, but it's something I just got to figure out. I've got a lot that I'm working on, so I've got to budget my time better. Let's see. My current stream podcast is called More Than Dice. We're more tabletop game focused. Okay. And I'm assuming it's on YouTube, John. I'm gonna, let's see here. More Than Dice. And are there spaces or is it just one word? That's right. I could be doing it on the computer so you guys didn't have to look at me, but I'm not that kind. Let's see. More Than Dice. More Than Dice podcast. Let's see. I'm going to assume it's at More Than Dice. See, we stream on Twitch, but post on YouTube as well. Gotcha. Oh, that was awful. Does that look like your icon there? I'm guessing that's you. Rick, the shorts have definitely helped the channel grow, but it's slowed a bit the last 2 months. All good, still having fun. Yeah, it's weird how things work on here. But yeah, the shorts are awesome for that kind of thing. Hopefully you're getting a lot of engagement from the people too. Yep, that's us. Sweet. I have subscribed. I will be watching some tabletop content. I kind of need to know stuff. Let's see. I'm the one in the Wampa hat. All right. I will find the one in the Wampa hat. Let's see. Sub Yahtzee. Pushing the buttons. Talk to you later for now, Dave. The Rexship Jet Gallery just put out some piping hot dinner, or galley. Awesome, Rexship. Awesome sauce. Let me know. Shoot me an Instagram message. Let me know what your YouTube channel is, and we'll talk about it on the next live stream as well. I guess with you posting as Rexship85, it's probably Rexship85, but who really knows? So many buttons. Rick, I like checking out new content. Not a big tabletop gamer, but I always walk into shops and gawk. My kiddos play D&D in a great local shop. So much good stuff to stare at in the shop. I bet, man, that was one thing. Like I'd go into places and see all those little metal statues, the little metal figures, and just go, that's really cool. Like the intricate details. That's got to be, I don't know, John, if you're still on. How tough is it? How long have you been painting those things? And how tough is it to get in all those crevices? Because the intricacy of those sculpts is insane. And is there a special trick besides just getting a much smaller brush? Yeah, game shops are almost as wallet scary as comic shops. Man, Yeah, my comic shop needs to. They've gotten some MAFEX, they've got a couple Mezcos, but they don't do model kits, which is probably good. Not that I'm a model kit guy, but I've said in the past I got my niece some 30-minute sisters. So if they had those, I'd probably be tempted to pick some up. See, I've been painting for almost 40 years. So you're probably, you're probably average. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Probably pretty good at that stuff by now. That's awesome, man. That's sweet. Brick. Yeah, they have the big Castle Grayskull and the Motu minis for the game. Amazing. And this cool Galactus for a game. Oh, man. I did get, what did I get way back? They had a Marvel Comics tabletop game, but I didn't get into it like I thought I might. And I like strategy type games. I just didn't go nuts. But a huge, like a Galactus for a game like that thing would be so cool. And I can imagine it just towering over everything else on the board. See, it's not as hard as you think to a point. Then it gets really tough. I imagine like you get to a point, so you've been doing this for 40 years, so you start working on it, and the first couple, you're probably like, oh man, this kind of sucks. And then a few down the line, you're going, oh, that's really good. And then another, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months later, you look at that one and go, oh man, that sucks. So I have to imagine after 40 years, you've gotten pretty awesome. I'd be willing to bet you're one of those upper echelon type guys. It's kind of the bane of creativity. We're all constantly trying to one up ourselves. No, I'm average. I didn't put the dedication in early. That's all right. I bet you still got most of us. I mean, you definitely have me beat. Of course, that's not saying much. They have a bunch of Marvel games. I'm trying to remember what mine was way back. I don't even remember what it was called. I'm pretty sure Marvel was in the title. Curious, John, do you do Mythic Legions at all? I feel there's a natural crossover from mini painters to Legions customizers. That's a good point. See, I got one Mythic Legions, might pick up more. It does feel like those would be kind of just taller representations, but maybe I'm simplifying it too much. The tip to painting is to not worry about what others do. Just be happy with what you do. Yeah, that's pretty much the tip to pretty much anything. Pretty much. At least that's what I found for myself as well when it comes to, like, I'll take a picture and I'm trying not to compare it to this person or that person. I just want to make sure I'm getting better at it. So I know what you're talking about there, man. But I'd be willing to bet you're constantly competing with yourself. I want to customize figs, but it's a different style of painting. At some point, I'll give it a shot. And that's how little I know. Like my custom work has been basically LBCs, just swapping heads and stuff like that. I made way back when I played with some 3 3/4 GI Joes that were before. It was just before the 25th anniversary, and some of the paint was good, but I didn't know how to make it stay, and so they got just chipped and looked like crap. They looked good initially, I think. Although now, if I went back and looked at them, I'd be like, "Whoa, that's frightening." All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it this fine evening. I've still got to finish that newsletter, and who knows what else tomorrow. So, thanks as always for stopping by. It is hugely appreciated. And hey, till next time, have fun. Happy snapping. And now I'm going to try a weird face that perhaps I haven't tried before.